Hello and welcome to a series of lectures based on the renowned book The Study of Language by George Yule. Lecture-7 Genetic Source Video Edition brought to you by Learning English Language. Let's discuss the topic. Quick physical growth. What's that? We can think of the human baby in its first few years as a living example of some of these physical changes taking place. At birth, the baby's brain is only a quarter of its eventual weight, and the larynx is much higher in the throat, allowing babies like chimpanzees to breathe and drink at the same time. In a relatively short period of time, the larynx descends, the brain develops, the child assumes an upright posture and starts walking and talking. So in this section, what George Yule wants to explain is that at birth, the brain of both a human baby and chimpanzees more or less are the same in weight. The larynx is also a little bit higher in the throat, which allows both babies and chimpanzees to breathe and drink at the same time. But what happens within a short period of time? As the child grows, the brain develops. The child, which normally takes upright postures like walking, running, moving around. In this case, what happens? The larynx descends, comes down, and they start talking. They start speaking. They utter words and so on. What we notice, chimpanzees cannot speak, cannot utter because the larynx does not descend. We continue to the same topic. Please support by joining the channel. Your financial contributions are greatly appreciated and truly support the cause I stand for in promoting self-learning. By becoming a member, you will gain the opportunity to delve deeply into subjects such as linguistics, literature, and other fields of knowledge. Our members-only videos are recrafted to simplify the complex linguistic concepts. Thank you for your support. Now let's discuss the current topic. Child's language. What's that? This almost automatic set of developments and the complexity of the young child's language have led some scholars to look for something more powerful than small physical adaptations of the species over time as the source of language. Here, since language is a complex phenomenon, and this automatic set of developments as the child grows, upright posture, larynx descends, and they start speaking and so on. So some scholars have come to the point that only physical adaptations of the species are not enough to be the root source of the birth of language. We continue. Even children who are born deaf and do not develop speech become fluent sign language users given appropriate circumstances very early in life. So here what we notice is that a sort of contradiction that what about deaf children who do not develop a speech at all, but they are very fluent in sign language? They communicate in the way normal human beings communicate at very early age. So that is the point here. We move to the next section of our discussion, that is language wired in human. What's that? Genetic source seems to indicate that human offspring, human baby, are born with a special capacity for language. It is innate, inborn, intrinsic, and natural. No other creature seems to have it, and it isn't tied to a specific variety of language. Is it possible that this language capacity is genetically hardwired in the newborn human? That is the question. So in this section, what George Yule discusses is that genetic source of the birth of language refers to the natural capacity a human has to use language. It is really very much natural, like you can say God gifted, because human's brain is tuned in such a way to use the language which no other creature is gifted with that power, that ability or capability. That is the point here. We continue to discuss human evolution. Let's see, what's that? The argument suggests that at some point in human evolution, a crucial mutation, change in gene occurred. This wasn't just a change in the shape of the throat, physical adaptation, but a change in the DNA that created a specialized language organ or language acquisition device in the brain, what we also refer to Innateness Hypothesis. So this part of the text suggests that possibly scholars believe at some point of time during the development of human evolution, a very important change took place not in the physics of human being, but in gene, not physical adaptation, but the DNA. And possibly that change in gene or DNA might have contributed a sort of special language organ, or what we call language acquisition device, what we call linguistic chips in the brain, which we also refer to Innateness Hypothesis. And this might have resulted humans use the language, speak the language at the early age of life. That is the point here. And this is all about what we call genetic source of language. And you can have a look at the original text, and the topic is the genetic source, taken from the book The Study of Language by George Yule, Cambridge University Press, New York, 2010, page number 6. Hope you understand the concept. Thank you and goodbye.